Hello, just me coming to you via voiceover to prepare you for what you're about to witness, which is a fully grown adult cutting a tomato as if she's never seen one in her life. I read somewhere recently that in a world full of AI content, being unmistakably human is what people are drawn to at the moment, and I think we can all agree that that is exactly what I've provided in this video. Hello, hope you're all doing well. I have been sitting here thinking about the house move and how slow it's going, but also how I'm not feeling great at the moment. I think ever since Christmas, I have been filling my body with food that has absolutely no vitamins or minerals in there. And I've been feeling really sluggish and uncomfortable lately. And it's just not good, especially if you're going to try and move house. You need the energy to be able to do that. So I thought today I'm going to go to one of my go-tos, which is called a protein power goddess ball. And every time I make it, just by making it, you feel healthier for doing it. And then it's just full of vitamins, minerals and protein and everything you could possibly want in one bowl that just makes you feel healthier and glowing from the inside out. So I definitely need a dose of that power bowl. So I'm going to go and get the ingredients for that, and I'm going to show you how to do it as well, because I just know that if you have a bowl of this, you'll just think you're absolutely winning at life, because I do. Every time I have it, I think, yeah, nailed it. Right, I'm going to be healthier moving forward, and because it's really tasty as well, that definitely helps. So I'm going to get cracking on that, because eventually, when we do move, I will need some energy, and I need to put good food into my body in order to get that energy. So let's get cracking. Okay, got the goods. So this is the book I take this recipe from. It's the Oh She Glows cookbook. It was recommended to me. It was not recommended to me by Alana Davison, the YouTuber with 1 million followers. It was recommended in one of her videos a few years ago. Talk about parasocial relationship. It was recommended a few years ago by her, and it's just amazing. And this is the recipe we're going to be doing today, the protein power goddess ball. And yeah, oof, it's just full of goodness. It's really tasty and really healthy. Yeah, so these are the ingredients. This is nutritional yeast. This is tahini. The recipe doesn't actually call for chickpeas, but I always add them anyway for some added extra protein and goodness. Then we've got some olive oil and some baby spinach, red onion. There it is. Hello, just me coming to you via voiceover to prepare you for what you're about to witness, which is a fully grown adult cutting a tomato as if she's never seen one in her life, from the top. This is where the panic sets in and she realises she's going to have to core it like an apple. And to make matters worse, this is the bluntest kitchen knife you'll ever see. The professionalism in this video really is top notch. And honestly, it just gets better because, oh, how am I going to cut this? Oh, not that way, the stalk's in the way. And now I can't remember how to cut a pepper at all. No, right, going to have to chop the stalk off. Never done that in my entire life, and yet here we are. But actually that bit's pretty good because it is a good way of getting them chopped without having to deal with all the seeds on the other side. But yeah, I don't think I'm in a position to give myself any credit here at all in the chopping department. This was a major fail on my part from start to finish. And I can't even blame baby brain because he is nearly 2 years old. Right, it's onion time now. Hopefully this will go better. Nope, she has to pull the onion away from the knife because it's like using a hockey stick. And guess who's positioned her camera right in front of the light fitting? 3, 2, 1. Handing you back over to me now. Okay, so that's the veg chopped. We've got the onion to go in first with some garlic, and then there's the tomatoes and peppers to go in afterwards. So the recipe actually asks for green and black lentils and uncooked spelt berries, which you're supposed to soak overnight and all that sort of thing, and I was just not up for that. I don't have the time. So instead I bought this, which is wheat berries, red rice, freekeh, black barley and quinoa, and you can just throw it straight in and it's so much easier. So this is what I use, but you could technically soak your berries and your lentils overnight if you wanted to do it exactly to that recipe. Hi, me again. What you'll see here is me very confidently eyeballing the dressing recipe, which I've done many times, and then once I went to blend it, it turned into what can only be described as cement paste. So I had to do it all over again. I'll put the actual ingredients on the screen here so that you can take note if you want to. Okay, so that's the sauce done. Now I'm just going to stir in our lovely goddess sauce. So here it comes. Oof, lovely. This is what adds all the flavour because it really is so tasty. And there's the finished product. And here's the finished product. I am so excited to eat this. So healthy, so good for you, and I know I'm going to feel so much better after this. That recipe makes, I would say, about 3 portions. So I've got a couple more portions that I can put in the fridge and have later. But yeah, very excited to eat this. It goes without saying, I think that this was the hardest video I've ever filmed in my life. It took a full day and I'm left with 7 minutes of footage. I read somewhere recently that in a world full of AI content, being unmistakably human is what people are drawn to at the moment, and I think we can all agree that that is exactly what I've provided in this video. So please do give me a like and subscribe if you found it remotely entertaining, because I certainly did not find it fun filming it. Well, I was partway through this when I realised I'd stopped talking to you altogether. Which is classic me, when there's food in front of me, everything else just pales into the distance. I hope you've enjoyed maybe finding out about a new recipe or being inspired to do something similar yourself. I'm hoping that after this it'll set me on a better path to being a bit more healthy and getting a bit more energy up for the big move. That's all from me for today. I hope you have a lovely day, whatever it is that you're doing, and I shall see you again very soon. Bye!